King
and the Queen
welcome you to Football Friday Night.
What a week. Jacket season begins tonight. Buckeye homecoming, all that business coming up. But first, it's week 7, and we started the night with a bunch of undefeated teams.
A bunch is right, but many of those teams in deep trouble tonight. We start with Lancaster. Our Football Friday
Lions have won 5 in a row. Second half, Lancaster turns to Shea Goss, and that's a nice idea. Sets up a touchdown run by Golden Ryan Fitzpatrick. We profiled him last night. Golden gets in the end zone a couple times, but Gahanna strikes back. They turn to their quarterback, Mason Blanchett. He keeps it himself, goes left, and he's going to get to the end zone. And how about this? In double overtime, the Lions pull off the upset, 28-21, first defeat of the year for the Gales.
All right, another undefeated squad, Hilliard Derby, at home to Westerville South. Panthers up 21-7 in the third quarter, but the Wildcats come roaring back. Brian Jennings connects with Jalen Gill, and away he goes for a touchdown. That cuts the Derby lead in half. Fourth quarter, the Wildcats tied up. Gill dives in for the short touchdown, 21-all. It stayed that way until the final 9 seconds. South with the chance to kick a field goal and take the lead. It's up, and it's wide left, no good. Derby survives that scare and goes on to win in overtime, 28-21.
Let's keep the overtimes going. An important game here for Dublin Kaufman and Central Crossing for their playoff hopes. Comets trying to avoid a third straight loss. Gunnar Hoke throws to Brady Rothgib for the score, but the Comets go on a crazy run. That field goal goes. Then Derek Williamson heaves it up to 6'4" Noah Stevens, and that'll work. Central Crossing scores 24 unanswered points, and they win it in overtime, 48-42.
Big game for their playoff hopes. Big one in the OCC Central here. Upper Arlington and Davidson, both 5-1 entering this game. Bears get the first points. Cole Capros up the middle, caps off a long drive. Just the third touchdown given up by the Davidson defense this year. Second quarter, 4th and 1 for Davidson. Well, why get 1? We can get 71. Ryan Royer running to the house to give the Wildcats a 10-7 lead, and he wasn't done yet. Later in the quarter, inside the 5, Royer punches it in for a touchdown. Davidson wins another one, 16-7 the final.
Another big one in the OCC Capital Division. Rattled off 4 straight wins, trying to pull an upset at Olentangy. Second quarter, Eagle kicker Zach Shirk boots a 32-yard field goal. 17-14, New Albany in front. Third quarter, here come the Braves. Deeb Haber to Obi Anunike. 13-yard touchdown, 21-17. Eagles try to answer, but Casey Horsch is intercepted. Jacob Fleck gets it, and the Braves get it done at home, 38-17.
All right, Westland and Liberty, Olentangy hosting Westland. The Cougars, not too bad. The Patriots are 5-1, though, and they have Brendan White, that new Buckeye commitment, who's pretty good. Alex Lando, though, running it in for the touchdown, 7-0 Liberty. Later in the first, White showing you why he has that D1 talent. Takes the punt return to the house, 53 yards, 14-0 Pats in, and then Trey Davey gets it to the act later with a 3-yard touchdown to make it 21-0 Liberty. 48-19, Patriots get to 6-1.
Quite a road trip for Westerville North. 2 miles up the street to face another of the remaining unbeatens, Westerville Central. And the Warhawks, they got Benny Snell, and that's going to work just fine. Patient running here on the option and diving it across the goal line. Central also playing well defensively, and they win it 41-21, aiming toward a showdown with Derby here in a couple weeks.
All right, at Worthington Kilbourne this year, they've added field turf, a wildly talented offense, and 0 losses.
Now, Audrey Hassan saw the Wolves in person tonight as part of her travels. Trying to stay that way, right?
Yep. Thanks, guys. Kilbourne allows less than 11 points per game this season, so they're a stingy bunch of Wolves. Tonight, they put that defense to the test at Franklin Heights. The score at the half was 13-14. But Kilbourne came out strong in the third. Quarterback Micah Bell Wheelwright hands it off to running back Isaiah Young for the touchdown to make it 21-13 Kilbourne. Then still in the third, Bell Wheelwright hands it off to running back Josh Stoner, and boy, can this guy run. He takes it all the way down the field for a 6-yard touchdown run. Woo, boy, 28-18 Wolves. Then the Falcons come back in the fourth. Quarterback Dylan Akers hands it to running back Brandon Knox for the touchdown. But final score, 34-28, Kilbourne survives in overtime and stays undefeated. In the rival game against West Jefferson, Rough Riders visiting the Bobcats at Grandview Heights, and Grandview Heights defense came out strong. Donnie Casey with the nice spin and quarterback quarter. Then just before the half, quarterback Honore Reedy fights his way around the Rough Rider defense and passes it to wide receiver Hunter Holland for the touchdown, and it was all Grandview after that. Final score, Bobcats 35, West Jefferson 6. And with that win, Grandview remains in the hunt for the Mid-State League Ohio Division Championship. Bexley leads that division at the moment. Grandview and Bexley play the final week of the season.
All right, Audrey, yet another overtime game. Time to really pick up the pace. Not just the shotgun formation, it's the shotgun formation.
Yeah, some bonus football for you, starting at the home of the Dogs.
That's a good one. Pickering Central visiting Grove City. Tigers with Seth Currens doing it all. Future Wisconsin defensive back picks off that pass and returns it. Then seconds later, he caps the offensive drive at quarterback with a short touchdown run. But the Dogs were throwing it around tonight. Quarterback Jeremy Ford, watch this, to Jeffrey Munnerlin. He's got speed to burn, and check out the end of his play. He is flipping out. But the Tigers too much for Grove City, 46-24.
Our FFN tailgate bash stopped at Taves Valley. The Vikings hosting Liberty Union. Watch Drew Pennington. Go all Braxton Miller here. I think they call that the B button.
Get the B button.
Spinning away from people down the sideline, takes it inside the 10, sets up his own short touchdown run. And frankly said it was all Vikings tonight, 59-0. They're now 5-2.
To Circleville for the biggest game of the year down there. The Tigers and Logan Elm. Circleville on the board first. Nice reception and run for the touchdown. Andrew Vanover for Circleville. They go up 2 touchdowns over the Braves. Little pass here from Michael Camp, good quarterback, to wide receiver Cole Warden, but it was not enough. The Braves fight back and they win it 23-21.
Bishop Artisan back home entertaining Beechcroft. Watch a spectacular catch and run from Rodell Rockmon. The pass from Messiah Fleming into a crowd of would-be tacklers. We say would-be because he's going down the sideline, setting up for a great finish. The Eagles, though, make a few more plays. Michael Aldino punching it in for the score, and they get the victory 30-21.
And in the City League, Northland at 5-1, taking on Whetstone tonight. Vikings get out in front. Mecco Wharton takes off for the big gainer here for the Vikings, but they could not hang on to the lead they built. Marcus Benson for Whetstone. He will plunge over here on the right side. Touchdown, Braves, and they pull an upset, winning 24-14.
And remember, you can win cash just by watching Football Friday Night. Show off your school spirit by posting your game day pictures on our NBC4 Facebook page with hashtag NBC4FFN. We'll choose one winner every Monday to win $100.
A lot coming up. Up next, it's the debut of the most wildly anticipated season of Blue Jackets hockey, and the Buckeyes set to meet a discombobulated bunch from Maryland. It's all next on